Alright, welcome back to As Should Be. Paul Berlina here, and well, it's time for another track versus track. And well, this time I'm doing a rematch. Yeah, just maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I did an Alice Cooper versus Kiss track versus track where I put Love It to Death up against the first Kiss album. Love It to Death being, one of the Alice albums that's closest to my heart, and the first Kiss album being what I would consider arguably their strongest collection of songs. So I thought that was a good matchup. But somebody, Steve Slade, in one of his comments on that video, suggested that I do a rematch of Destroyer versus Billion Dollar Babies. Destroyer versus Billion Dollar Babies. Yeah, we have 1973's Billion Dollar Babies, produced by, of course, Bob Ezrin, and, of course, Kiss's 1976 album, Destroyer, also produced by Bob Ezrin. And, and I'm wearing my Woolworth shirt, and there's a reason behind this. Because I was in Woolworth the first time I ever laid eyes on Kiss. This album was brand new, and there it was. Brand new Destroyer album. Never heard of these guys, never seen it. And, yeah. So Woolworth and Kiss, they're kind of synonymous in my brain, But yeah, well, let's get going on this, alright? Let me get the tally sheets going. So we got Kiss. Oh, I guess I should say Destroyer. Versus Alice. Billion Dollar Babies. Alright. So, I have my lists here. And it's sweaty. It's a dog day afternoon in New York City, so I'm probably shiny and sweaty, but that's all right. Don't worry about it. It's rock and roll. It's like I'm at a good show, right? So, track number 1 on Billion Dollar Babies is Hello Hooray. And that goes up against track number 1 on Destroyer, which is, of course, the super classic Detroit Rock City. That is much easier than it should be. And I know it'd be very easy for most of you too. But I don't think I'm going to pick what most of you would pick. That's right. Alice gets it. Yes, I'm giving that to Hello Hooray over Detroit Rock City. You're pulling your hair out. I can see the comments now. What? Detroit Rock City is the most classic Kiss song ever. It's a classic. Yes, it is. It is a fucking stone cold classic. And I like Hello Hooray more. That's all there is to it. I don't know what to tell you. But, so next up... Alright. Next up is track number 2 on Billion Dollar Babies, which is Raped and Freezin'. Raped and Freezin'. Now that goes up against track number 2 on Destroyer, which is King of the Nighttime World. That's actually pretty easy too. That is pretty easy too. Kiss is on the map. I'm giving that to Kiss. Yeah, Raped and Freezin' has really never been one of my favorite songs on the album. I like it. When I was a kid and first listening to Billion Dollar Babies, I found the album kind of spotty. There were certain tracks that I didn't like as much, and there were a couple of skippers for me. And Raped and Freezin', I considered to be a skipper. I would skip right over it. And, as time went on, I ended up getting more and more into it, and I like it now, but it's still not a favorite from the album. I'll take King of the Nighttime World over that. Okay, so track number 3 on Billion Dollar Babies, Elected. Yeah, and well, that goes up against track number 3 on Destroyer, God of Thunder. Oh, whew. Now we have a contest. This is really tough, actually. This is actually really tough. Oh my God, God of Thunder versus Elected. Ooh. Woo. Let me think this over a minute, guys. God of Thunder versus Elected. Man, I'm gonna have to go Alice. Man, but not by much. I mean, I almost chose God of Thunder, but really, Elected. Yeah, I know you Kiss fans. Nothing's better than Kiss. But, you know, that's your world. This is mine. Okay, so track number 4. Track number 4 on Billion Dollar Babies is Billion Dollar Babies. Yeah, Billion Dollar Babies. And that goes up against track number 4 on Destroyer, which is Great Expectations. Now, that is the very definition of an easy one. I mean, that's like that moment in Indiana Jones when the guy with the knives is coming after him and he just like pulls out his gun and goes, Billion Dollar Babies. Are you kidding me? Even the Kiss fans are choosing Alice over Kiss on that one. Well, most of you. If anybody would choose Great Expectations over Billion Dollar Babies, let me know in the comments. Make yourself known. Alright, so track number 5. Track number 5 on Billion Dollar Babies is Unfinished Sweet. And that goes up against track number 5 on Destroyer, which is Flaming Youth. And is that right? Unfinished Sweet versus Flaming Youth. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's another easy one. That is another easy one. Kiss gets that one. All right. So we got Alice over Kiss 3-2, but that's not too bad. It's nowhere near as much of a slaughter as the Love It to Death versus Kiss first album was. So this could go either way. I don't know. So track number 6. On Alice is No More Mr. Nice Guy. That's the opening track on side 2. And that goes up against track number 6 on Destroyer, which is Sweet Pain. Ooh. And that is a tough one. No More Mr. Guy Sny. No More Mr. Guy Sny versus Sweet Pain. Ooh. That's really tough. No, seriously though. No, Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck, man. You know what? I gotta go Alice on that. Again, I almost chose Sweet Pain, but in the end. Okay, so track number 7 on Billion Dollar Babies is Generation Landslide. Ooh, what a track that is. And that goes up against Shout It Out Loud on Destroyer. Well, that one I very, very easily give to Alice. Generation Landslide is a great Dark Horse track on this album. It's one of the best tracks on the album, easily. Definitely one of the best lyrics on the album. Shout It Out Loud is really great. I mean, that should have been a giant hit single at the time. It really wasn't nearly as big as it should have been. Just a little bit of fatigue there, but my choice isn't even based on that. I really, truly love Generation Landslide just a bit more. So, where are we now? We're at track number 8 on Billion Dollar Babies, which is Sick Things. Okay. Sick Things goes up against track number 8 on Destroyer, which is Beth. That's also easy. Well, no, it isn't. Let me think about that. I almost went right in there, but I got to really kind of think this over for a second. It was almost easy. You know what? I'm giving that to Kiss. I'm giving that to Kiss. And I'm going to tell you why. You know, when I was younger, again, back to when I was first listening to Billion Dollar Babies, I really loved Sick Things. I liked it a lot. It was one of the songs I liked a lot. It's just sort of okay to me now. It's not one of my favorites on the album. Beth also is not a favorite from Destroyer now. And the reason why initially I said that it was easy is because I wasn't remembering which Alice song. At that moment, all I was thinking was Beth, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Alice song's going to win. And then I went, oh wait, no, the Alice song is 6 things. And so I had to kind of stop and think things over. But Beth wins. Neither are favorites of mine, but Beth wins because I think it had greater impact on me when I first got into it. Like Beth, that is the moment when I got into Kiss. When Destroyer came out, Beth was on the charts. And then, and Rock and Roll Over came out, like, right in that short little period of time. And it kind of means a bit more to me. I'm not that into either song, but Beth kind of means more. So Beth gets it. Okay. So, that leaves us to number 9 on $1 Billion Babies, which is Mary Ann. Mary Ann. And that goes up against number 9 on Destroyer, which is Do You Love Me? Now that's a real easy one. Kiss. Kiss gets that one by miles. Now, I have to point out that before we get there, that for Destroyer, I'm keeping Rock and Roll. I'm adding Rock and Roll Party, or I'm counting, I guess I should say, Rock and Roll Party at the end, right? Because without that, Destroyer has 9 songs and $1 Billion Babies has 10. So the only way to make these albums match up is either to add Rock and Roll Party or to cut a song from $1 Billion Babies, which would have been Mary Ann. But I thought, in a case like this, more is more, and I'll add a song to Destroyer. So, so that brings us to track number 10 on $1 Billion Babies, which is I Love the Dead. The epic final track on $1 Billion Babies. Versus the utterly pointless and insubstantial Rock and Roll Party at the end of Destroyer. So, you know who wins that. Alice. Okay. So, what do we have here? Alice has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Kiss got 4. Alice wins again, but not by nearly as much. I mean, not by nearly as much. Sorry, Kiss fans, but hey, again, Destroyer actually performed way better than the first album did. And I liked the first album way more than I liked Destroyer, so... So, anyway, thanks everybody for watching this stuff, and thank you everybody who has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, what say you subscribe then? And if you do happen to subscribe, click that little bell because you're going to want notifications. Unless, of course, you don't want notifications. Then don't click the little bells. I never really understood why it's set up that way, because, why would you subscribe to a channel that you don't want notifications from? I don't know, maybe you want to, help a person out and give them some numbers, but you don't want to know about videos? I don't know, I guess if that's you, then fair enough. But if you want to know about the videos, click the little bell. And, be sure and like and subscribe, like and subscribe, and like and subscribe, and like and... Take 2. Yeah, like and comment, and all that kind of stuff, and, shout out to Dr. Fuck, because he is the guy who started the whole thing. Like, he's like the Beatles of track versus track. He's the one who started it all. Alright? So, shout out to him. Go look at his videos. I have a link to his channel down below. And, yeah, that's that. Coming later on in the week, another Singles of the Week, or Singles of the Year, rather, video with Tommy Von Voigt and Crystal Durant. We're going to be doing 1959. Singles of 1959, and then after that we're going to be getting into the 60s, and things are going to start getting good. Alright, so everybody get ready for that, and I will see you guys later.